So this is the update on the truck. We got a adjustable fuel pressure regulator. That's all installed. You just replaced the stock one with this. They're pretty much universal. I have another intake because I think I'm running into a problem now where the stock injectors can't spray enough fuel into the intake for the turbo. So I bought some 440cc injectors and a new intake to make it so I can use the straight feed injectors instead of the slant feeds. Other than that, I mean, it's almost the same. I mean, I've made a new intake. I moved the mass airflow sensor from the side of the throttle body, and I plugged the old hole over to just before the turbo, and I added a K&N. I'm gonna hopefully do something to stiffen this up. I have a new turbo that is a I don't know the stats on it. I bought it off a guy that I work with down here, and it's a JDM Sport turbo. It's a 4-inch intake with anti-surge, which the eBay turbos we had before didn't have that, and then it's a V-band exhaust. I have to redo the exhaust from switching it to V-band because it just didn't line up quite right. We got a new battery. Not that that really matters at all. I've got to route this to the over to the intake somehow. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I want to clean up some of this wiring. Obviously the truck's not driving right now, but I've got a lot planned for it. I've got the Mega Squirt with the universal Mega Squirt because they stopped making the one that would just plug into the stock Hardbody harness. But I mean, it'll run, but as soon as you give it throttle, it just dies out. That's the new intake. It's just out of a 92 instead of a 97 with the straight feed injectors and everything. But I mean, it's relatively the same as when you guys saw it. Just kind of became a little bit of a catch-all because we're trying to sell my girlfriend's car right now. But I'm gonna get it cleaned out today and possibly have some more installs for the channel here soon. I got a steering wheel because I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's not real fun when you're going down the road, and it'll actually, like, the horn fuse is pulled right now because it would if that thing that broke off in there makes contact with the horn, it just lays on the horn. I found that out while I was doing the tie rods. But yeah, just a little update video. I mean, North Carolina's going good. I'm gonna be doing the install on the 92 Hardbody intake so I can get the straight feed injectors today. I'm also probably going to install the NRG quick release and NRG wheel and hub and everything. I probably won't record that because I know Oren's already put up the video of him doing it to his RX-7, and it's all pretty much the same. Like, I'm not going to be wiring up the horn or putting a resistor in for the airbag or any of that stuff. It's pretty much just bolt it on and let it go. I'm not trying to keep it pristine like Oren is with the RX-7. I mean, eventually I'm probably gonna V8 swap this thing, so I don't really care if the airbag light's on, because there ain't no airbags in it. So yeah, I'm gonna get set up. Most of it's gonna be in time lapse. I might film some stuff here and there just to explain what's going on, but it's really a straightforward install. already got the stock shift knob off. I had to use a pair of channel locks on it. It was on there pretty good. From what I understand, it's because it's the threading in here is plastic, and it's obviously going onto a metal shaft. But this is the Skunk 2 5-speed weighted shift knob. It doesn't look like much, but it's pretty heavy for a shift knob. So I'm going to show you how to install it, I guess, and it's just going to be a quick install. It's not hard. I'll give you a jam nut that I already got on there. It's pretty simple. You just take your old one off and spin the new one on. And you need the jam nut so that you can, get it lined up right. Don't want it looking, like that when you're done. Just try to get it on there as far as you can and see. I'm gonna have to loosen mine up a little bit because it's upside down. So you just do the half turn back and then let it sit there. Just take your crescent wrench and get it over it, and you're gonna want to hold the shift knob in place so that it doesn't spin on you. And then it's on there. See, I mean, if you really wanted to, you could spin it, but it makes a heck of a difference. It just feels a lot better too than the cheap plastic that Nissan put in these. And mine is getting like, I don't know if you can see it. It's getting like a weird residue on it from the humidity down here, so that's pretty much it. I should be doing an install on the steering wheel soon. I just need to get I forgot to grab my Torx bits from work. I need it's a special Torx bit. You gotta have the hole in the center of them. I don't have any of those here, so that should be coming pretty soon. This is the wheel I got. Digi-camo. I just thought it matched it's the closest I could get to match the theme of the truck. I could have went with red to match like the red lettering on the shift knob, but I thought this looked a little bit better. I'm hardly ever going to see the shift knob besides the gray color, because I'll probably be banging gears and passing. Yeah, so let me show you guys what all we got done today. It was pretty simple install, just time consuming. There are a couple things I ran into, like I'm trying to run Toyota injectors on a Nissan and I didn't plan ahead, and the wires are not the right, like the pigtails aren't correct, but for the most part it was pretty straightforward. It doesn't look any different. I've had to change out a couple sensors. I gotta fix this wire. This wire broke. It just goes down on that tab right there. I'm not 100% sure what it does. But as you can see, it's a lot different than the old rail. I mean, the throttle body and everything bolts up to it. I'm not 100% done. There's a couple clamps aren't right yet. I mean, the fuel lines are all hooked up. I gotta put a hose on the heater core up here, because contrary to popular belief, it does get cold down here sometimes in North Carolina. But yeah, I just gotta rewire these. They just don't plug in. I got those on the way. Hopefully they'll be here middle of next week, so hopefully next weekend I'll have a video installing those. I wish I could get a video of it running for you guys, but it's probably going to be a couple weeks. I do have the Mega Squirt. I think it's somewhere. I think it's over in my truck. This is the Mega Squirt wiring harness. I mean, each wire is labeled. Tells you what they do. That's going to be the new computer for the Hardbody. I don't know if I need to leave the stock computer plugged in for anything, but I'll figure that out as I go. If I do, I'll just cut the wires separate so that the stock computer can run like whatever isn't able to run without the stock computer, and then that's going to control, you know, like fuel, air intake, all that stuff. The truck should still run with technically 2 computers, but it's mostly just little stuff. I think like the air conditioning, because it does still work, surprisingly, with that bend that we have, and you know, just little stuff like that. Yeah, keep an eye out. We should have more footage coming soon for the injector pigtails, and then hopefully the first startup on 440cc injectors in the Mega Squirt. Let me know if you guys want me to go through like how the tuner studio works, which is DIY auto tunes form of like the tuning software. If you guys want to see how I do all that, just leave a comment or something. Be a lot more coming soon, especially if I end up blowing this KA up and attempting to V8 swap it. I'm not sure if I want to go LS or just go with a carbureted 350, you know, with a 5-speed and a GM rear axle, because the bolt pattern's the same, so I can run the same wheels and all that stuff. It would just be a more heavy-duty axle under the rear of this. I mean, I've heard these Nissans are pretty stout rear ends, but yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see.